Michael, you are a founder, chairman, and CEO of a NASDAQ-listed company, yet an advocate for Bitcoin. Many would say stocks are investing in real assets, while Bitcoin is purely speculative. Can you see why many hold this view, and why do you disagree?
Well, stocks represent equity in a company. So there are thousands and thousands of companies, and they all have their own risk. Will the product work? Will the service work? Will the CEO be good? Will the board of directors exercise corporate governance? So those are equity investments. Bitcoin is digital property and it's on an open monetary network. So the idea of Bitcoin is we'd like an immutable, immortal ledger. I want to keep track of 21 million coins in cyberspace that are divisible by 100 million Satoshis each. So 2.1 quadrillion Satoshis. We want to keep track of it for 1,000 years. And we don't want to rely on a company or a country or a CEO or a management team or an individual server. That's the basic problem is accounting that Pacioli came up with around 1400 something. And accounting is how we run the world. The problem with accounting is it's on paper and people can create two sets of books and you never know whether or not the accounting is proper. And eventually some government can require by law that you change the books. And so Bitcoin is triple entry accounting. If double entry accounting was the thing that made modern economics possible, Bitcoin is triple entry accounting, which means that you write the copy of the books every 10 minutes on the blockchain, and it's impossible for anyone to change them.
Now, Michael, critics of Bitcoin will say one of the biggest misleading statements of cryptocurrency is that you invest in it, with many believing it's purely speculation, no different to a lottery ticket or taking advantage of investor psychology. What do you say to those who say Bitcoin is pure speculation with no intrinsic value?
I would say that mathematics and calculus has intrinsic value and double entry accounting has intrinsic value. So triple entry accounting has even more intrinsic value. If I'm speculating, I'm just buying a lottery ticket and hoping I'll win. What I'm doing with Bitcoin is I'm acquiring, if I buy one Bitcoin, I'm buying 1/21 millionth of cyber Manhattan. If Manhattan was made up of 21 million blocks and sitting in cyberspace, then each one of them is a Bitcoin.
MicroStrategy is the first publicly traded company to invest significant treasury assets in Bitcoin. Given you continue to add to your stockpiles, what's your 1, 5, and 10-year price outlook for Bitcoin?
I can't give you an exact price forecast for 1, 5, and 10 years, but I do think, I expect that first it will approach the market cap of gold, which is 10 trillion, that's 10x more. And then I think it will begin to just gradually replace monetary indexes like the S&P index and bond indexes. And so there's no reason why it can't creep up to 20 trillion and 50 trillion and 100 trillion as we inflate the money supply and as it replaces these other assets as a store of value for institutional investors and corporations and governments.